Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am your social studies teacher Ms. Nausheen Zaidi with you with a new lesson today. Our today's new lesson is Omani civilization and maritime communication. In this lesson, we are going to analyze the role of Oman in building Omani civilization and maritime communication throughout history. What are the different stages and the factors contributing to the maritime communication and building of Oman civilization throughout history up until the present era. First of all, go through the objectives. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the important factors that enhance Oman's role in the field of navigation, trade, and communication. You will also be able to learn about the stages of development of maritime navigation in Oman throughout history. You will be able to realize how Oman, with extensive hard work and expertise in maritime, in shipbuilding, and other areas, has gained civil and economic importance throughout its maritime activity. First of all, we'll see the factors which contribute in Oman's role in the field of navigation, trade, and communication. Let's see and talk about the Oman's geography. As you know, that the geography of any country, plays a very active role in deciding its place in the world. Like as you know that landlocked states which are surrounded by the land has to build good relationship. They have to build good relationship with the neighboring states because they don't have the kind of access to the sea. But in Oman's case, it is different because the coast of Oman overlooks long distances over the waters of Indian Ocean. We have a 3,000 kilometers long coast, and Oman enjoys the Arabian Sea, Persian Gulf, and Gulf of Oman Sea. So the coast of Oman overlooks long distances over the waters of Indian Ocean, and these coasts form a connecting link between the coast of this ocean Indian Ocean to the Arabian Peninsula, Gulf, Asia, and Mediterranean Sea countries. This had led to the ports of the Omani coast controlling the network of navigational routes for a long period through historical times. Oman has started its civilizational role since the emergence of the first civilization in India and Mesopotamia, and this role has continued ever with every activity throughout the Islamic ages. In ancient ages, there was extensive sports, extensive, trade between the India and African region and Indian region through and China and Egypt and Mesopotamia as well. That was Balad Rafidin. All these locations, there were an extensive trade was going on between Oman and other regions. Like for example, India, they imported from India rice, spices, textile, clothes, woods, shipbuilding material, and exported to India much more like dates, dyed roots, and pearls and almonds and herbal medicines, sulfur, from all over the Gulf. Likewise, to Africa, there were trading, and they were exporting frankincense and frankincense and coconut dates, limes, salt, dried fish, and many like cotton pieces. So, and they were importing like ivory, timber, copper was also copper was extensively exported to the other countries as well because Oman is very rich in copper, and has been exporting copper through ancient time. So Oman has started its civilization role since the emergence of the first civilization in India in Mesopotamia, and this role has continued with every activity throughout the Islamic ages. So I briefly discussed about the commodities which were being exported to other parts of the countries. Like in China, also China, frankincense was exported to China because the Chinese kings were and Egyptian kings, pharaohs. They were they want to they were interested in the aromas, So that was for sole purpose to present these aromas to the kings. They were exported to these countries. Factors contributing Oman's role in the field of navigation, trade, and communication. The historical development of Omani navigation consists on many factors. which led to the importance of Oman's role in the field of navigation, trade, and communication. Historical development of Omani navigation we can trace back to the history, to the ancient history. These factors, two factors are there which contributed at large, and we can divide into two factors: natural factors and historical and political factors. Natural factors. First of all, we look into the natural factors. The orientation of Omanis towards the sea and their fame in maritime navigation was linked to the natural condition of Omani land. We have, diversified geographical features of Oman. We have lands, we have seas, we have, oceans, like, we have a coast. I've already mentioned. We have mountains areas, we have deserts. So the Omani picture of the country of Oman has a diversified picture of geography. You can see diversified geographical components, and to the constituents produced by the location of this land in terms of what were the conditions. Drought prevails in most of the Sultanate of Oman in previously in ancient time, which make it possible to and rely entirely on the agricultural activity. Makes it impossible because lack of rain was there, so the agricultural activity was not mainly, it was not the large activity or the largest activity in the Sultanate, although it was adopted in some areas, but it was not not based on large cultivation, or it was not conducted on a large scale. The water surrounds the Sultanate from three sides, and the sand surrounds it from the fourth side. To the sea, this is Abul Khali between sand, there's a desert between Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Oman. That is, the desert. So the sea and its related activities became the best interface for the Omanis. Sea related activities, because they were three from three areas, they are surrounded by the sea, so they adopted navigation and to reach to other regions of the world, and to do trade, to engage trade, and to gain benefits from those regions and states. The Sultanate is located between different climatic regions with different civilized nations. And all of these areas need the goods and products of the other regions. So the Omanis had the role of a mediator, transporting goods, products to other civilizations. So Oman also played a mediator role, like everybody, like Portuguese were there in the rule under the rule of Yarabi. Al Yarabi, that Portuguese wanted to gain control of the ports of Oman because of the fact that they can easily reach the Indian Ocean and India and Africa also. The Sultanate is located between different climatic regions with different civilized nations, and all of these areas needs the good and products of other regions. So, the Omanis had the role of mediator. I have already discussed transporting goods, products to other civilizations. The viability of the Omani coast in many areas to establish ports that formed a network of sea routes with favorable Indian coast and east coast of Africa. There are, if we historically trace, there are eight trade routes were present of Oman throughout history. Eight trade routes were there, and these trade routes were named as well, like Frankinson route and other routes as well. So the movement of maritime currents and monsoon, winter and summer, helped the Omanis to ride the sea. When the ship navigation by ship started, the monsoon winds which were coming from especially Asia, they helped in the maritime navigation a lot. Seasonal winds in summer, they were going towards the north, and seasonal winter, in winter they are coming from you know towards Oman, coming from the west, and hot streams are coming here. How hot streams are, these are red marks, you red arrows, you'll see these are the hot streams. So in winter and summer, because the wind direction changes, so it helps in the navigation of Oman towards India, and to back to India, towards Africa, and from back to Africa, like that. So Oman is to the right of the sea, because these winds will make the currents, sea currents also, as they serve the movements of ships when they take off from the Omani ports and return to them at the end of the navigation season. These are the cold streams, which are the blue ones. These are the cold streams, and these are the hot streams. The role of winds in Oman's navigational activities. See, the role of winter seasonal winds in the Omani Maritime. Winds are coming and helping the ships to go to the African coasts, African cities, countries like Mombasa, Lambu, and many other, Mauritius. Many countries are there. Zanzibar, which was made the trade center of trade of Oman in the reign of Ahmad Imam bin Said. Okay, then here the role of summer seasonal wind in the Omani maritime navigation. There the wind is opposite and going towards the Indian Ocean. So India. So it helped to the Omani ships to reach to this port. So this was the course of navigation they used to follow, where uh, the according to the way of the wind. Historical, political, and security factors. There we can trace that from Stone Age to Bronze Age and Iron Age, the shipbuilding and the maritime navigation activities. Middle Ages, the reign of Yarabis and Albusaidis, and the Blessed Renaissance, which happened in 1970. Okay, this is the scenario of ancient world. That Magan was the name of Majan, or Magan was the name of Oman. Then Dilmun is here, which is Bahrain right now. Persian Gulf, Mesopotamia. This is Iraq and Blad Rafidin. Miluha is actually in India, but now it is in Miluha. It is in near Pakistan, Sindh. The Red Sea is there. Egypt is there here, and Caspian Sea here. Then here, So these are some of the major civilizations, especially Mesopotamia, Dilmun, and China. China is Persia, Arabia. These are some of the ancient civilizations, ancient nations, by in which the Oman was extensively engaged in trade. Historical and archaeological studies indicate that all the human groups that inhabited the Omani coast were forced to exploit the potential of their rich coastline compared to their wild potentials. They were exactly because they were living on the banks of the river, and river was there, and the ocean was there. So ocean was there, and they need to engage in the activities to benefit themselves. So construction of boats and ships evolved to sail long distances, started like 3000 to 13,000 BC. And Oman, known as Marjan, became a maritime trading route and one of the most significant transit hub in the ancient world. Merchants were skilled in maritime navigations. Merchants were very skilled, and there are some very big names in maritime navigations in Oman throughout. Like Ahmad bin Majid and other also great merchant, and the sea surfers were there. Maritime trade requires seals, weights, and documents contracted. Archaeological findings indicate that these Omani navigational activities were there since ancient time, and many historians confirm that the Omani coast was the first cradle in which the Phoenician navigational experience appeared, before they moved to the Bahrain island and then to the coast of the Levant. The Omanis continued in different ages to travel to the sea. This is, maritime trading routes between the ancient civilizations during the Bronze Age. You can see here. Okay, knowing the sailing dates and the times of monsoon and the movements of marine currents. The movement of marine currents, as I already told you, the cold currents and hot currents, they helped Omanis to navigate in one direction in summer and the other direction in winter, and they had long experience in this field, which made the history of Omani navigation among the oldest dates as a source of pride for Omani citizens. These were some of the. This is another map of some of the ancient civilization. China is here, India, Sindh, Iran, Mesopotamia, Syria, Egypt, and Yemen. They were the major players. Yemen, Majan, Dilmun. This is Majan, this is Dilmun. These are the major players, and they were actively engaged in the trade. And I've named some of the commodities which were imported and exported from these territories. Political factors have contributed to the development of Omani maritime navigation, as the Omani state has been keen throughout its history to establish good civilizational relation with other civilizations and neighboring countries like India, Egypt, east coast of Africa, and Mesopotamia. This is the port of Duqm, and the security aspects that distinguish the Omani coast also helped the development of Omani navigation, as these coasts were far from the conflicts and disturbances that occur in the region. In other region, in addition to the Omanis are also throughout history were very peace-loving people. Although they were being attacked by the Portuguese and other forces, then they retaliated and fought back. But they were not aggressors themselves, and they did not want to. They only want peace and security and economic prosperity for everyone. They also helped Iraq, Basra, when during attack, and sent their maritime forces to combat with the pirates. Okay, Omani coast also helped the development of Omani navigation, as these coasts were far from the conflicts and disturbances that occur in the other region. In addition to the Omani state's keenness to secure maritime navigation and protect it from piracy, which had a good impact on increasing the confidence of dealers and merchants from various countries, and they freely come to Oman to do the trade and facilitating their navigation. Because Oman was enjoying the peace and security, this in turn contributed to increasing the state's resources from this important sector. And trade and business activities is the core activities which are very relevant to the economic development. Stages of development of navigation in Oman. Now we will see through the stages. In the ancient the history of maritime navigation in Oman dates back to the earliest time. Though the attempts of the ancient Omani man to sail using sea and ocean since ancient times, it is not surprising that ancient Sumerians is the people who lived in Sumera in Mesopotamia. Sources describe the people of Oman as these are the nations of Mesopotamia, Sumerian, Akkadians, Oman as the pioneers of maritime navigation. Ancient historical sources indicate that at the end of the 3rd century BC, the Omanis possessed a powerful naval fleet. From the 3rd century BC, Omanis were engaged in extensive, naval activities. So, powerful naval fleet was there, and it was an effective means of transferring Mesopotamia civilization to India and Persia. Okay, this is actually the trade method is in the 3rd and early 20th century millennia in Rome. Trade method in the year 100. You can see in this map the trade route. Okay, this since 5000 BC, humans in Ras Al Hamra use sugar cane and date palm fronds in building boats. They have started building boats like that. See, the Sasha boat made out of sugar cane. The Museum of Frankenstein's Land. You can find that. Construction of the ship in Majan. This is a picture of construction of a ship in Majan. Then we have virtual photo of Majan ship during a Bronze Age. During a Bronze Age, people are going. This is the kind of a ship which is being used in Bronze Age. Pieces of wooden ships discovered in Al Balid archaeological site. See, these are the pieces of wood of the shipwreck. Oman's maritime relationship with ancient Egypt. Throughout history, Egypt, as I told you, the pharaohs were there, and frankincense was sent to them, as they use it in their different religious Rituals. Ancient scripts discovered in Egypt documented the cultural and commercial relationship between Oman and ancient Egypt. Sacred sailing trips to the land of frankincense, known to the pharaohs as the land of God, exporting of frankincense, Luban. Okay, the Omanis had a role in spreading Islam. Then, when the Islam came, and in all the regions they reached throughout the golden commercial age of Oman. And during the flourishing of Islamic navigation in the Indian Ocean from the 7th century until the 15th century. As Omani merchants spread the Islamic message in distant places in Africa, India, and China. As a result, coastal cities of Oman flourished and became an important port for trade between East and West with the global dimension, especially the city of Sohar, the capital of ancient Oman. City of Sohar and Nizwa has been made, Nizwa has been made and Sohar has been made the Islamic hub in that area. And Islam reached, as you know, in the age of Rasulullah and then flourished, and Oman gained extensive experience, knowledge, and science and technological development were actually given by the Oman benefited tremendously by Islam, and the trade and navigation established between these African states and the Indian states. Omani merchants, especially who went to Africa for trade, for business, they spread the Islam there by their interaction with other people. So all Africa and Eastern African side, especially the Islam has been spread by Omanis. Okay, in the year of Al Yaraba, the state of Al Yaraba managed to take maximum benefits connection of the sea to land in recognition of the importance of the country's position on the map of global navigation. So Yaraba also, when they came, they built a strong navigational fleet. Yarabi succeeded in preparing a naval force. That was their rule was from 1624 to 1714, and they prepared a naval force that was able to track the Portuguese. They were able to. The greatest achievement of Yaraba rule was that Portuguese influence was finished, and they defeated the Portuguese successfully in the Persian Gulf and Indian Ocean, and where in Basra also they helped Iraq of gaining, of combating these forces, and developed their ship taking advantage of the great progress that has occurred in European shipbuilding industry. But that is later on. This is Yarabi rule. The period between the years 1650 and 1652 witnessed an Omani marine activity where Imam Sultan bin Saif was able to entirely or actually able to only rely entirely on modern ships, some of which were built in India and others were purchased from Dutch and locally made also by Omani people. The development of Omani Navy was remarkable during the second half of the 17th century that led to the development of economy. The expulsion of Portuguese also resulted in addition of the ships in the Omani fleet. Also, Portuguese people they made also ship because they were controlling the Matra and Sohar ports, and they were they were also engaged in trade by sea. So the ships, when they were defeated and they leave left the Oman left Oman, their ships were also included in Omani fleets. As a result, because this a very strong ship fleets, a strong maritime fleet was there, so the trade occupied an important space because of these ships going through all the regions and reaching through, by different routes, sea routes, especially after the end of the Portuguese presence in Oman, end of the monopoly policy process imposed by Portuguese. The Portuguese gained control and they had a monopoly there in Oman. So this monopoly ended in the Yarabi rule as they defeated the Portuguese on the ports of Persian Gulf and the Indian Ocean since the beginning of 16th century. The Omani Navy at the beginning of 18th century has become superior to any other naval force. But this is talking about the 16th century. We will discuss the 18th century later on. In the year of Albusadian state, 1741 to Blessed Renaissance. And Blessed Renaissance happened in which year? 1970. Okay, Oman continues at the time of Albusaid state in strengthening its influence in maritime region, the region of Sultan bin Ahmad during 1792 to 1804. 1804 represents a 18th century. So 17th to 18th century, 1792 to 1804 represent a new move in Omani fleet, and the commercial fleet during his reign include 15 large ships. Omani merchant and and naval fleet strengthened more where Oman got 15 large ships. The payload of the one of them ranges between 400 and 700 tons, along with hundreds of small ships, while the military fleet was of great strength and efficiency. The Omani fleet, while liberating Basra, see, in this era, in Al Busadian state, they helped. The ship came. The Basra called Omanis for their help to defeat their enemy, and um, Omani fleet, Omani ship named Rahmani went to for their aid, and they fought bravely because of the strong fleet from and they uh, the Ghassan, I think, bin I'm forgetting the name. So in his era, they fought extensively with the enemy, and they succeeded in liberating Basra from the siege, from the occupation. The payload of one of the them ranges from, okay, I have finished. It's Muscat city during the reign of Sultan Said bin Ahmed. Said bin Sultan. Sultan Said bin Sultan rule was the golden era in Oman's history. Sultan Said bin Sultan rule. Because because Oman grew, in terms of economy and administration, he took a lot of measures to strengthen Oman. And in each and every aspect and area, Oman grew tremendously. In the era of Al Busadian state, 1741 to the Blessed Renaissance, during the first half of the 19th century, Mr. Said bin Sultan rule during 1804 to 1856, the Omani fleet became the second largest naval fleet in the Indian Ocean after the British fleet. It was become in the world in the Indian Ocean like second largest after the British fleet, because Britain was very very ahead and very advanced in shipbuilding, and Britain has a very state of the art fleet. But now the Omani fleet has become the second one in the Indian Ocean in terms of its strength. Omani ships based established on the eastern coast of the Persian Gulf in the ports of Bushehr, Longa, Bandar Abbas, and Hormuz, in addition to the ports on the Omani coast. As for the African coast, Oman had maritime bases in Mombasa, Lamu, Kilo, Mogadishu, and Zanzibar. Okay, trade routes and trade centers of Oman. This, China, Canton, and you can trace them from Canton to onwards, Calcutta and Goa, Madaris, and Karachi, Gawadar, Hermes, Bandar Abbas, Bushehr, see, Lanja, and then these are the blue are the trade centers, Omani trade centers. And how many trade centers are there? And they will end at Mauritius, Zanzibar, Mombasa, Malandi, Lamu, Mogadishu. So these are all, and these Omani maritime trade route. Now the ships are coming through this pink, red line indicates the red key indicates the maritime trade routes, and Omani trade routes inside these are the land trade routes, which are green. Oman maritime navigation in present era. Now we'll come to the present era. The Royal Omani Navy currently represents an extension of the Omani maritime navigation, as it owns a fleet of modern ships now. That includes a group of frigates, boats, artilleries, and support ships. It also has a number of marine bases that includes logistical, engineering, and administrative services. The Royal Navy of Oman was able to gain the appreciation and respect of the international community in protecting national strategic and security interests. Royal Omani is doing extensive work near Royal Oman Navy, securing borders, the sea borders, and protecting and promoting peace and the safeguarding of the Strait of Hormuz. also, including the safety of navigation in the state of Hormuz. And they have watching and safeguarding the state, because all of the major of the oil, is travel through the this Strait of Hormuz, and it's been a strategic location for the world. So this is the end. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and inshallah I'll be with the next lesson with you soon. And if you have any question, you will inshallah ask me and I will answer you. Thank you for being with me. And we have extensively studied and we have read about the historical ages of Al-Busaydian age and Al-Yarabi rule, what were the achievements and how they managed to strengthen the Oman Navy with the extensive efforts. Okay, thank you for being with me. Bye.